everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I'm Dee and this is How Dee Does It. Today I'm gonna make these super easy Halloween nails using Vanity Bay press-ons along with a couple of products from Born Pretty. And did you know Born Pretty is celebrating their 13th anniversary. So we just want to give a huge shout out to Born Pretty. Thank you for all that you do and for supplying us with bomb products at a reasonable price. I'm going to link some descriptions down below for the products that I use today. Also, there's a up to 30% discount code that I'll link in the description as well. That code is going to be good on their website from now until the 14th of October. So if you're going to go shop, do it now. It's a great time to save some of those coins. Also, if you didn't know, Born Pretty has a store on Amazon. So if you need those products in a hurry, go check them out on Amazon. All right, so let's get into the video. If you've been following me through my videos, you know that Frenchies are one of the things that I do struggle with. I am getting a little better with them, but why not give myself a little bit of help and use some press-ons that already have the French line there for me. So I'm going to take this pink jelly JN38 from Born Pretty and I'm going to polish all of the nails. And this color is it's so pigmented. I only needed one coat, but I did a second coat on all of the nails just to be consistent and make sure that I did have all of the coverage and there were no streaks. And I'm just going to do the same thing to all 5 of the nails. So anywhere that I can just show you a demo on 1 or 2 nails, I'm going to do that. And then we're going to move on to the next thing. All right, so that now all the nails have 2 coats of that beautiful jelly polish. I'm going to go in and just trace over the lines that are already there. And I'm going to do my French lines first on all 5 of the nails because I'm prone to making mistakes. So every time I do something, I want to go ahead and freeze it at each step. Don't worry if you do make a mistake, that's not a problem. Just take a brush with a little bit of acetone on it and clean up your mistakes and keep it moving. I am just loving this metal painting gel from Born Pretty. A little bit of it goes a long way. It finishes so nice. You just have to paint it on and let it sit for a couple of seconds for it to come up to that mirror shine. And let me tell you, it does not disappoint. Now that I have all the French lines on, the next thing I'm going to do is draw the lines for my spider webs. And it is super easy. Don't let it intimidate you. It's only lines and C's. So once you have your lines down, and I just basically do the same thing on one side that I do on the other side for my lines. And guess what? If it's not perfect, that's okay because spider webs aren't perfect. It's in nature. It can be perfectly imperfect. So once you have one column done, I just went to the next side and just kind of started my C's in the same places and just rotated the nail to make it easier for me. Now this is easy because I'm doing it on this press-on tip, but you could do the same with a client or if you're doing them on yourself. Rotate the hand or the nail because that to me was what made the difference whenever I was drawing them on. Also, the other thing that I noticed was keeping my pressure very light as I was drawing on the lines and the C's. A very light pressure is needed so that the webs won't be as thick. And I'm very heavy-handed, so this is something that I'm practicing as well, using a very light pressure. The first couple of them were kind of hard, but by the time I got to the end, I was just flying through these and they weren't so intimidating anymore. I did the exact same thing, adding spider webs to the French line of all 5 of the nails. And once I cured that, it's time for the bling. There's nothing too extravagant going on with the bling. It's just on a couple of nails on the pinky and on the thumb. I kept it really simple, very minimal. On the middle finger, however, I did a little extra. I didn't want to do too much on these nails because the spider webs are on every nail and I didn't want it to be too much chaos. So While I am just adding a few touches of bling onto these nails, I'm going to let the music play. But before I go, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification button so that you'll be notified each and every time I upload a video, because there are more videos to come. And if you're enjoying the content, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you don't mind to leave a comment, how about a spider or a spider web? Right, so as you can see, the thumb had a rose pearl it's a clear rhinestone and 2 caviar beads, and that was it for that cluster. And here we are to my favorite nail in the nail set, because I created a little spider using the rhinestone and the caviar beads, and it was so super simple and turned out so cute. Like, it's just ridiculous. I can't stand it. So the first thing that I do is add the head and the body using the AB rhinestones. And then I put 4 bigger caviar beads on each side. And these were the starter beads for where I wanted the legs to come out from, if that makes sense.
29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. Yeah, I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. This really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come 1 in a dozen, the other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you, I never could have moved away. But now I see.
Alright, so the next step is just making the legs, and I'm just coming out from those beads that I put along the sides. And these are using just slightly smaller caviar beads. And the legs, I'm just doing them curving in, so they're kind of making like little C's, if you will. And I'm making the inside legs smaller than the outside legs. So I think I used 3 caviar beads on the inside legs and 5 caviar beads on the outside legs. Those caviar beads were sliding all over the place. At one point I was trying to do 2 legs at one time just to try to save time, but it wound up being longer. So just do yourself a favor, do 1 leg at a time, flash cure in between, unless you just work super fast. But for me as a beginner, it was just easier to do 1 leg at a time, flash cure, do the exact same thing on the other side and keep it moving.
Something from nothing. Life lessons come 1 in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come 1 in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours.
This was such a game changer on that nail, and it added so much spice to that nail. I just can't believe how easy it was to make it just using 2 rhinestones and caviar beads. Like, you don't even have to have a whole bunch of supplies to do this. It was so simple. I was so pleased with the outcome of this nail. So the next thing I'm going to do is put the nails on using this non-stick extension gel. And again, everything will be linked in the description box. When I tell you this is for real no stick, like it doesn't stick to this cuticle pusher tool. It doesn't stick to your hands. It doesn't have a weird consistency. When you put it on, in this case, I should not have put it on when I did. I should have put it on in the beginning, probably after I put on my gel nail polish, because when I took them off, I did notice that up under the bling, it was not cured all the way. So just know that if you do use this to do your press-ons, make sure that there's nothing that is going to prevent it from getting a good cure. You don't want uncured products on your nails because it could cause allergies. This was my first time working with this product and it was very easy to use. I think the important thing to keep in mind is if you're going to use it to adhere your nails, you don't need to use a large amount. A little bit goes a long way. I did feel like the more I used it, the more I understood the product. So I would say it is very beginner friendly and you can get the hang of it after using it only on a couple of nails. You can use your hand, a cuticle tool, or the nail itself to kind of scoop it out of the jar. And then to smooth it out inside of the nail, I would say using the cuticle tool was the easiest way. It didn't stick, and so you don't need to apply any kind of slip solution to it. And then it did not burn. So I didn't feel any heat spikes when I went under the lamp, which was great because gel it's my nails are so sensitive. I don't like using gel, so definitely want to try this product again in clear. So yeah, don't forget, from now until the 14th of October, there's up to 30% off on the Born Pretty website. Go and try some of their products out. So we're almost to the end of the video. I do appreciate your time and watching. I hope you enjoyed today's set. Let me know in the comments what you think, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.